I had always believed that trust was the cornerstone of any meaningful relationship. For years, I was certain that was the bond we shared. We told each other everything, or at least I thought we did. But one quiet Sunday afternoon, that belief was shattered in a way I never could have predicted. It was a typical day we usually spent together, but she mentioned she was meeting a friend for coffee. I didn't think anything of it. She had her own life, her own friends, and I didn't want to be the kind of partner who hovered over her. She told me it was just a casual meetup with Sarah, and I believed her. But as the day wore on, something didn't feel right. Her phone, usually buzzing with messages, was off, a rare occurrence. My texts went unanswered, and when I tried calling, it went straight to voicemail. I tried to brush off the unsettling feeling, convincing myself I was just overthinking, but doubt lingered. In an effort to clear my mind, I decided to take a walk to our favorite coffee shop, one of the many places we had spent countless afternoons together. That's when I saw her through the window. She was sitting in a corner booth, laughing with a man I didn't recognize. They were too close for comfort, and his hand was just inches away from hers. My stomach twisted. I froze, unsure how to process what I was seeing. Maybe he was just a friend, I told myself. But the way she leaned in, the brightness in her eyes, the warmth between them, it told me a different story. I walked inside, heart pounding. She didn't notice me at first, too caught up in her conversation. But when I reached their table, her laughter died instantly. Her expression flickered with surprise, then quickly turned to irritation. "Hey," I said, trying to keep my voice calm. "What's going on here?" The man shifted uncomfortably in his seat, avoiding my gaze. She, on the other hand, didn't flinch. "What are you doing here?" she asked, her tone sharp. "I could ask you the same thing," I replied, glancing between the two of them. "You said you were meeting Sarah." She shrugged, her demeanor nonchalant. "Plans changed," she said dismissively. "I didn't think I needed to tell you." I pressed on. "So, you couldn't just let me know?" Her gaze flickered to the man, then back to me. "I didn't think it was necessary. It's just coffee." I turned to the man, still silent. "Who is he?" Before she could respond, the man muttered, "I should go," standing up. "No, stay," I said, my frustration bubbling to the surface. "I want to know who you are." "He's a friend," she cut in quickly, her voice tight. "Really?" I said, narrowing my eyes. "Because this doesn't look like a friendly coffee." She shot me a cold, condescending smile, one that made my blood boil. "You're overreacting," she said, leaning back in her seat as if I were the one causing a problem. "Overreacting," I repeated, my voice rising. "You lied about who you were with, and I'm overreacting?" She rolled her eyes, dismissing me as if I were a child throwing a tantrum. "It's just coffee. You're making this into something it's not." But it wasn't just coffee. It was the secrecy, the betrayal, the way she acted like I wasn't even there. "Is this the first time?" I asked quietly, my voice trembling. For a split second, her confident expression faltered, but it was just a flicker. "That's none of your business," she said, her voice sharp and icy. That was the moment I knew. My heart broke in that instant, but I wasn't about to let her diminish me any longer. "You're right," I said, stepping back. "It's not my business anymore." Her eyes widened in disbelief. "What does that mean?" "It means I'm done," I said firmly, turning to walk away. "You're leaving over this?" she called after me, her voice filled with disbelief. I paused at the door, looking back at her one last time. "No," I said quietly. "I'm leaving because you don't respect me, and I'm not staying with someone who doesn't value honesty or loyalty." She didn't chase after me. She didn't apologize. She just sat there, that infuriating smirk still on her face. The days that followed were torturous. I second-guessed myself, replaying the whole scene over and over in my head, wondering if I could have done something differently. But deep down, I knew she had made her decision long before that coffee shop encounter. Walking away hurt, but it was the right decision. I deserve someone who values me, someone who doesn't hide behind lies or dismiss my feelings. For the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm finally moving towards something better.